Coming up next, the Rip and Read with Curtis Sliwa, and I can pretty much guarantee he's going to rip Mayor Eric Adams. Curtis?
Well, you Eisenheimer, no, I wouldn't do that, James Flippin and News Director Noam Laden, because we have a mayor who basically announced yesterday at his once-a-week press conference where he actually takes questions off subject so he can prepare all week to answer them. Too difficult, to answer questions about two different topics all in one day. Duh. But he basically told you, James Flippin, and our news director, Noam Laden, that you should kiss his tuchus because he basically made your careers.
I made your career. You get so many first-page stories from me. You are so excited about covering me. You are so excited covering me. You don't know what to do.
Now, James Flippin, I noticed that you and our news director, Noam Laden, both of whom have been covering him even back when he was Brooklyn Borough president and cut ribbons all day and gave out proclamations like he does now as a mayor, glorified borough president, that why don't you just acknowledge that he made your careers? I mean, you lead so often with him as your lead story. Would you acknowledge that, James Flippin?
Yeah, he's typically at the top of most newscasts, I would say.
So he's made your career. He's made Noam Laden's career. But what I don't understand is that when he does these press conferences, sometimes 3-4 a day, and remember, no off-topic questions, please. I'm opening up a new restaurant where I'm going to get free food, free drinks. I'm giving out proclamations. I'm doing things that a glorified borough president would do, undignified for me. I'm raising a flag down at Bowling Green of a country that he can't even find on a map. What is that like? Could I hear that laugh, Lou? It's like Hillary had that chortle. We have Vice President Harris. She is always giggling. What is that laugh? Is he laughing at all of you crackers there in the news crews there, is he?
He may well be. I mean, like he said, he made my career. I guess we should be thankful for having him as mayor in that respect.
Oh, that's right. He said that too. And I noticed that none of you had a conflict with that at all. None of you.
I know you don't like to admit it, but I know you get on your knees and pray every night. Thank God Eric is the mayor of our city.
Now, reporters were there, right? And you're mostly all white. You're mostly all crackers, caucasoids. He means that. He wasn't joking around. That, you should be praying at night before you go to sleep, after you had your warm milk and your Keeblers, chocolate chip cookies. You really should pray to whoever your God is. Thank God that Eric Adams is mayor and not Curtis Sliwa, right?
Well, I mean, look, all I can say is that I never worked at 77 WABC when Mayor Adams wasn't the mayor, so maybe I should give him some credit.
Yeah. And yet, later on in this hour, as is so typical of Eric Adams from one day to the next, he calls it pivot and shift. He does a flip-flop. You remember he called me a buffoon.
I do. I remember it very well.
Now he's claiming the reason that he sometimes does 2 fundraisers a day is that because he always takes every campaign seriously because he has faced formidable candidates. None when he was borough president, and only one in a general election. That's me. So we're gonna hear from him later in this Rip and Read, because he is not only an enigma, he not only flip-flops and contradicts himself each and every day, but now I think you understand why James Flippin, he will only take off-topic questions once a week. Very difficult for him to think of more than one subject at one time. And by the way, The cavalry is on the way. He has announced the Schmuck to Putz, the Schmendrick to Pisha. Chuck E. Cheese Schumer is going to Israel with Jewish legislators to show support. I think what they need is more of those defensive incoming missiles for their Iron Dome system. Maybe they could shove Chuck Schumer into one of those missile silos. Yeah!